Going over some news that's happening in the news this week, man. It's a lot of crazy shit happening around the country. You know how we do here at Politics as usual, man. We just politicking, man. I'm gonna get through these stories. This is the next story. Now you also have a 10-year-old boy was found beaten to death in his apartment one day after NYPD responded to a 911 call and then left. So this happened in New York, for New York Beast. I don't know if you heard about this. This happened about a week ago. It says a 34-year-old man has been charged with a beating to death a 10-year-old boy. An autopsy said Ayden Wolfe died from battered child syndrome and was covered with bruises and cuts. A New York City man has been charged with the beating of a 10-year-old boy to death, and the police department is investigating whether its officers could have done more to prevent the grisly killing. Ayden Wolfe's body was found on Saturday naked and covered in bruises from head to toe with abrasions, a criminal complaint said. The child had multiple broken ribs and lacerated spleen, liver, kidney, and renal vein. The medical examiner ruled that the cause of Ayden's death was battered child syndrome, the complaint said. The NYPD commissioner said that on Friday, before Ayden's body was found, officers had responded to a 911 call at the apartment building and left shortly thereafter. Shay said that the neighbor called the police for help hearing and banging and screaming in a nearby apartment, though the caller wasn't sure which apartment it was coming from. Two officers listened to a few doors and a fourth checked the hall and stairwell, but didn't hear anything and left 12 minutes after they had arrived. Says the officer did not appear to knock on any doors of the 8 apartments. And they said they also didn't receive an answer when they tried to call the neighbor who actually called 911. It says the criminal complaint said a neighbor told the detective that they had heard banging and thuds against the wall for about 40 minutes on Friday, along with a man's voice yelling, "You want me to beat your ass too?" The neighbor said they also heard a woman's voice yelling, "Stop," and a soft voice moaning in pain. It was unclear whether the neighbor was the same who called 911 previously. The complaint said that the neighbor told the detectives on Saturday morning they heard banging and thuds again, and the man's voice yelling, "You thought yesterday was something. You think this shit is a game?" The neighbor said they heard a faint moaning again. Shay told reporters on Tuesday that the police department would investigate the officers' actions for their visit to the building on Friday. So basically, this is why I told you that police officers don't stop shit, right? When we talk about defund the police, this is why, because when you need the police to actually do their damn jobs and prevent a crime or save someone, it's very rarely that ever happens, right? It's very rare that they ever prevent anything or save any damn body, right? So this kid is being beat to death while the cops are at the damn building who was called. They don't check any of the apartments. They don't knock on any of the doors because they're they not gonna do their job thorough. They're gonna listen, act like they listening. Who knows if they even listen, and get the hell out of there. Oh, we ain't hear nothing. We ain't see nothing. Well, of course not, because this is happening. There's a boy dying and being beat to death in a damn apartment, and you're outside of the apartments in the damn hallway. So won't you do some due diligence, right? But you so quick to damn kill a black man or kill a black child, but so reluctant to save a black man or a black child's life. So I blame the officers in this case. And this goes further to show why the police do not prevent crimes. This is not what police at this point in time that we have in this country do. Police always show up after the fact, after the robbery, after the rape, after the murder, right? It's very rare that a police shows up to prevent a crime. You're usually gonna call the police after the shit has already happened. At that point, it's too late. The shit is over, and most crimes go unsolved, right? So at this point, the police are really useless in our neighborhoods. Now, let that have been a call for like some minor crime, like with George Floyd, a counterfeit $20 bill, or Eric Garner selling some cigarettes on the street. Let that have been one of them type of minor offenses. They would have went above and beyond. They would have shot him in the back, shot him in the head, choked him to death, right? They go above and beyond when it ain't really no crime that's been committed, or is a very minor offense, some that you're gonna get a ticket for or a fine for. They're gonna take your life. But when you can actually stop the beating of a child, or you can actually try to figure out some and actually try to do your job diligently and take a little time to figure out what the hell's going on, you take 10 to 12 minutes and leave the damn scene and say, oh, well, we guess nothing. Meanwhile, again, it's a little boy being beat to damn death. So I'm glad they're being investigated. And at this point, like I say, police are damn useless, man. Anybody who proclaims and are for the police are just ignorant as hell, right? They don't stop crimes. This is just another case to show you that police officers do not stop crimes, period. They just don't do it. right? They always show up a day late, a dollar short. And the only time they're usually the ones that commit the damn crimes. I would love to see a statistic compared to how many crimes they stop. I'm not talking about after crimes are committed, if you find somebody or this time. I'm talking about actual stopping a crime before it happens, stopping the murder before it happens, stopping a rape before it happens, stopping a beating before it happens. I would like to see a statistic on how many crimes do police actually stop compared to how many crimes they commit. And I would bet the numbers are going to be shocking. I'm going to jump out on a limb and say that it's not a guarantee that they stop more crimes than they commit, right? If you go to how many crimes police actually could, because I'm in these stories, reading them every day, and I'm looking, right? I'm always looking for positive stories. And I got a positive story here because I don't like to just read negative stories all the damn time. So I do got a positive story of some police officers doing the right thing that I'm going to get to. But anytime that I'm looking and I do my due diligence and actually look for positive stories, man, I'm telling you, man, it's probably like 15 to 1. Every 15 sub stories, and then I could come across one good one.